How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Baranyamap. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: Welcome to Baranya Farm. This map is based in Hungary, replica of real environment, real PDA boards, unique lighting with blue skies and darker nights, animation, birds flying over the map, 10 fields with missions, small/medium, 2 mowers, collections, Hungarian license plates integrated into the map, original grass textures, tons of unique sounds, bale sales, selling milk, organic fertilizer and slurry available for purchase, animals, cows, lambs, chickens, pigs, selling eggs and wool in the village, seed station, 2 sale points where all grains can be sold, automatic bale storage, organic and slurry storage for cows, 3 large silos, traffic. I hope you all like the map. Thank you for downloading. There are mods required for this map, starting with the Old Fuel Station Pack by Mifuse, Seed and Fertilizer Production by Happy Mole, Biogas Plant 150 kW by Vertex Designs, Small Brick House by Barty, Pack with Small Chicken Coops by Barty, Garage with Sliding Doors by 750 Ti Modding, Michelle LS, Cowshed 42 by 22 by Peisel, Container with Vehicle Workshop by Black Sheep Modding, Crop Storage Pack by DMI 20mm Normandy, and Metal Shed by Simulator Games. This map was created by davidoff and is 146.84 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. You start out here, kind of in the middle-ish portion, middle east portion of the map there. You do have areas of the map that you are not able to purchase, which is actually quite a bit of area. You can see right here in the middle here, and off to the kind of sides and the periphery there is just not purchasable. Really kind of just the fields and some bits around town you are able to purchase, and those are really kind of just the selling points and other farmlands that are, or I should say other farms that are available for purchase, and we'll show those off a little bit later. You do start out by owning farmlands number 3, 6, and 11. They're all fields and no products are currently planted in them. Let's see, down here under animals, you do start out with several, well, you start with the ability to use these barns and buildings, but they're on properties that you don't necessarily own, so there's really nothing you can do about updating them, removing them if you don't want to use those specific pens and pastures kind of thing. So we'll, again, get around to that later. Contracts are available on this map. You do start out with a production point. You have the seed and fertilizer factory, and there are collectibles, 100 of those to be precise. And we're going to check out, let's see, mods specific to this map. Under the buy menu to start, scroll down to the mods and DLCs. You do have the, or you don't have anything here. I'm sorry about that. Just occurred to me that's a part of the mods that you can use, that you have to have at starting. Oh, why am I blanking on it now? The required mods. That's the word I'm looking for. Words are hard. Let's see. Under the buy menu, though, under buildings, there's nothing under sheds, but under silos, we scroll over to the right, you can see the Baranyamap. You have a couple of mods specific to this map. And then nothing under silo extensions or containers, but under tools, you do have the Baranyamap weighing station right there. You also have, let's see, and nothing under farmhouses. Under productions, though, nothing under, or no, I'm sorry, there is stuff under factories here. You have the liquid manure tank, the manure heap, and yeah, that's it there. And then we also have selling points. You have the egg sell point there as well. Nothing under greenhouses, orchards, or generators. Under animals, there is nothing under cows, nothing under horses, but under pigs, you do have a pig barn there. And you also have the sheep barn as well. And nothing under chickens, bees, or others. There's nothing under decorations and nothing under landscaping. So that is all the mods required for this map, and because we start here at what's technically, I think, the starting farm, we'll go ahead and take a look at the starting equipment. Take a look under the buy menu under owned items. You start out with a John Deere 6230R and a 7810 under your medium tractors. Under harvesters, you have a Kloss Tryon 720. Under cars, you have the Lizard pickup 1986. Trailers, a Brantner TA23071 Power Push Plus. Under headers, you have the Kloss Caveo Flex 1080. Under disc harrows, you have the Horse Joker for CT. Under seaters, the Nordstein HK25 and S3030. Header trailers, the Nardi N7040. And weights, the Tenwinkle Pack 750. And that is it for your starting equipment. Now, starting here at the farm, over on this side, you do have a silo. You have your outputs here and your inputs right under here. And that's really about it. I mean, you got some storage areas for larger equipment and whatnot, some barns and buildings, but that's really about it. So your truck, for some reason, starts up on these pallets. It's almost like you were using them to kind of jack up the truck and work on it. You just have to drive it off. And around the back is where a lot of your starting equipment is, right over in this area here. Whoops. That's why you don't read and drive. So now we need to go down this direction, heading kind of the northwest corner of the map. And there are a lot of areas on this map that are really lovely to look at. There's, it's relatively flat. It's not, super flat, but there are areas where, it's not much to break up the sight lines. But that being said, it's still got a lot of like natural eye line or eyesight blockage. So trees and other things that'll kind of draw the eye away from it just being so flat, which is nice. It's a really nice looking map at times. Over to my left, you have the grain sell point. And then over here, you have your main machine shop, your shop trigger right there, and then your repair trigger around the corner right there. Now we head out of here. And now we head down to the, again, southeast. We're just backtracking a little ways. And I will say there is a road that I'm going to be looking for, and the side roads on this map are very difficult to find because they kind of blend in with the ground. And the map, the PDA, really doesn't help that much because it's just the normal, like what we'd see as a normal, and I actually found the road. A normal PDA, like what you would see like off of Google Maps or something like that. And whoa, don't go into the water. Whoa, what did I just hit? Oh. Well, that's what I hit. Strongest wooden toy ever. And now we're gonna come over here. Now, this is one of the farms I was talking about that you do have access to in regards to your sheep, but you don't have access to anything else. So you've got a couple of bunker silos right here. You wouldn't have access to them until you purchase the land. So we're going to call this farm number 2. And actually I said sheep, but I think this is the pig farm. So if we take a look at the map, we started out about right here. We went out to this kind of main road up to the northwest. So we saw the grain sell point as well as the kind of vehicle shop and repair trigger, then came out to about here and then followed this lake around out to here, and now we're out to here, where if we purchase farmland number 14 for $48,888, you can see a new trigger came up, and that's the biogas plant. So now we have access to the silage clamps that are over here, and being able to kind of put things in and out as we please. And you can see there are some things that you can take out, like the pig barn here, and there's potentially others where you can't, like the decoration points here. You've got this kind of conveyor belt right here, but you can take out the bunker silos, you can take out the buildings. That building you can't take out, and you got a manure heap in the back here. So let's take a look. Pig barn, 108 pigs. Open the door. Just a normal pig barn. You got your slurry point right here, manure heap around the back side here, and your feed input is right here. Around the back side here, again, bunker silo, a couple large ones, and your BGA that you just purchased with the land. You've got access for silage, slurry, manure, straw, hay, potatoes, sugar beet cut. So you do have some other inputs that you're not used to normally seeing in the standard ones. Normally we see silage, slurry, manure, and sugar beet cut, but the straw, hay, and potatoes are not the usual. So it's nice. It gives you a couple more options. You have your solid inputs right here, your liquid inputs right here, and your liquid outputs, aka your digestate, right back here. Now we're going to go hop back in the truck and turn around and head out. There we go. Head out this way. And now we'll follow the road around. Along field number 4 right here. And these are pretty decent sized fields too. Like they're certainly not slouching on the sizes of the fields. It says in the description, you know, small to medium, but I don't know about that. Now off to the left right here, this is your starting house. You have a sleep trigger right here. Hop back in the truck and head down the road just a little bit further. Off to the left is your kind of main starting farm area. You have your seed production right here. So this is the seed and fertilizer factory. And you have your output right here and your input right back here. And then across the street, we have a gas station right here. And then tucked away up here, this is, which one was this? Was this the bale sell point? Yes, bale sell point is right back here. Let's go ahead and hop back in the truck. We'll continue to make our way around. I'm sitting here and blocking all this traffic. All right, stop right here. Now, tucked away back here, this I feel like I missed something. Hold on just one second. Alright, so we were here at the pig farm. We came around the lake, all along down to here, came up to the sleep trigger farmhouse right there. We then saw the seed and fertilizer factory, the fuel station, or the gas station as I called it. And then this, okay, this was the bale sell point. So this is the agro crops. Okay, so I just have to realign my notes here. There we go. So this is the agro search sell point. Around the back side over here, through this gate, you have a repair trigger, and to access this, you open the door, and it's right in here, and the grass is growing through. That's okay. And then over here is your eggs sell point, right there. And here you have your wool sell point. For 60,000, you can purchase this. We'll go ahead and do that. Oops, need a little bit of money. There we go. And now this place where you can bring your wool and your cotton and be able to make it into fabric. You have your output right here and input right over here. And let's see, I think that was everything right there. Wait, did I show this one? No, that's agro search. Okay, so the first one I showed was agro crops. I misspoke, and this one's agro search, the one right in front of me. You got a lot of places that are like right on top of each other. Ooh, and I got a line backing up there. Ooh. They're probably mad at me. The drive of shame. So we're going to head down in this direction here. Did I? I did. Yes, I did. I missed my turn. Like I said, the turns are really easy to miss because they kind of blend really, really well. So this is what I'm going to refer to as farm number 3, and this is for the kind of cow farm right here. And again, you have access to all these kind of points. The only one that had anything hiding on it when you purchased it was the pig farm, and that was the biogas plant. So when you purchase that specific farmland, you purchase the biogas plant as well. It's all kind of integrated, but there's nothing you don't have access here. It's just you have to purchase the land only if you want to be able to like use the bunker silos here. You won't be able to unload into it because you don't have the land purchased to tip out onto the ground. And that's how it basically registers, is that you're unloading into the ground kind of thing. But we were up here in the northeast. We are then now down here at farmland number 12. You can purchase this for $16,445. But again, don't have to if you don't want to necessarily edit anything. You have a bale and pallet storage right here. Around the corner here, we have a liquid manure tank. So this is just like a slurry silo right here. So that's kind of cool. And then around this side here, you have a manure heap for your cows. And the cow shed is right here. And if we open this gate here, this is where you can put in your cows. Now, if you come into the other side here, you can see that you can remove that kind of railing here, but you have to hop over first. You have room for 104 cows. Open this up. You have your feed trigger right in here, and I believe this is also where you can blow straw into it. As you can see, I believe that's supposed to be where straw pops out. Over here is your milk trigger. And then through here, we have our slurry output right here. A little bit of storage on this farm as well. So now let's go grab the pickup. Get turned around. There we go. Now continue to head in this direction. Now this place that we're coming up to, this is going to be what I call farm number 4, and this is where the sheep is located. I thought it was the other side of the map where the sheep were, but nope, that was pigs. Sheep are here, and again, you don't have to own the land, but you can own the land if you so choose. We came all the way down to here. We can purchase farmland number 18 for $13,884, but you do have access to the sheep, as you can see, up to 250. The sheep has the output for wool right there, and your input for water there, and feed around the backside right here. Again, you do get kind of, I mean, you don't get any storage or anything. It's just kind of the sheep pasture there. Oh no, this is your output for your walls right here. I don't think you can open this. So yeah, this is kind of just a static building. So yeah, there's really not much over here other than the sheep. And now heading out this way. You said, I was saying earlier how it's a pretty flat map, and it is pretty flat, but there is a little bit of elevation gain and loss throughout the map. It is there. It's just very, very subtle. All right, so this is what I'm going to refer to as farm number 5, and this is where your chickens can be held, up to 40 chickens, and you have your feed there, eggs there, and that's it. That's it. No storage, no nothing. It's just a small little area to house your chickens. Now continuing down. Oops. Almost drove right by it. That is the milk sell point right there. Heading down just a little bit further, right to here. And this is the animal dealer. If you have pens and pastures already installed on the map, you can come here or use the pens and pastures directly to purchase your animals. Now, if you do purchase animals from this location or from your pens and pastures directly, you will incur a extra fee, and that is a simulation of a delivery fee. So you're basically buying from this location, and the animal dealer is then delivering the animals to your pen and pasture for you. And it gets a little expensive depending on what kind of animals you want to purchase. If you purchase an adult cow, that's $100 per head of cow. So it gets pretty expensive pretty quickly. But you can save that money by bringing an animal trailer to this location, whether it's owned, whether it's leased, it doesn't matter. You bring it to this location, load directly into the animal trailer, and once you do that, you take the animal trailer to the pen and pasture directly yourself. You're saving that delivery fee. You're incurring a little bit of extra work. You're getting your hands a little dirty, but depending on how many animals you're buying, it can save you quite a bit of money. And as we were mentioning before, we have room for 250 sheep. We have room for 40 chickens, 104 cows. If you're buying all adult cows, 104 cows, that's a lot of money that you're spending on just trying to get them over there. So might be worth it to go ahead and either invest in an animal trailer or to lease one and do the work yourself. Now around the backside here, we have a manure buy point right there. And right over here, a slurry buy point. And that is it. That is Baranyamap. And now we're to the point of where I am going to render my opinion 0 to 5 scale as normal. And this one is kind of a mixed bag for me. Oh, I keep blocking traffic. So the color palette, very nice. I really do like it. Even though there's a lot of the kind of colored flowers around on the map, it really makes it to where it's borderline cartoon feel. That kind of, if there was any more colors on the map, then it would feel just kind of like you were, written into a Disney film kind of thing. But it's okay. It's not overwhelmingly bad, in my opinion. You do get a slight elevation change. That's a positive. It's not like a perfectly flat map, but it is relatively flat in most regards. I'm not a huge fan with how the farms, quote unquote, the farms are set up, and just the farmlands themselves. You do have, if I pull over here, if we take a look at the map, you've got so many little slivers that you can purchase if you want. You don't have to. Like up here, this is like the sell points around the map. Various sell points. You don't get anything by purchasing these lands. You just have the ability to now do something with the land in addition. You've got this land here where it's kind of split up, but you don't get access to, anything around here where this kind of wooded area is. If you're wanting to do forestry, there's not a whole lot of forestry that can be done, if any, that I can see. Again, you have more buy points or more farmlands that you can buy down here. You got the area where the animal dealer is, and then you've got the kind of sell point for the milk and the chicken farm down here. So it's just one of those that it's really kind of a mixed bag for me. On top of that, I don't even think I went over this earlier, but the prices for the fields are massive. 518,000, 492,000, 474,000, 500,000, 500, like almost every single one with the exception of this one here at 100,000. Everything else is like super expensive. Like this one's again 153,000, but you do have three very decent sized fields to start out with, so you can kind of build up to it relatively quickly. So it's kind of one of those, yeah, it's gonna take a lot of money to be able to buy, let's say farmland number 9 or farmland number 10, but because you have access to three relatively decent sized fields, 2, 6, and 10, you will build up to that relatively quickly. The one negative I will also say is that in the contracts here, you do have contracts, but because the grass fields are not a part of numbered contracts, you'll never get a grass baling or a grass hay contract. It's just not one that's going to happen because these are not actually numbered fields, so it won't recognize them as being something to have a contract generate for. So that's kind of a bummer. You'll never get to do like a silage or a hay contract and be able to rack up the money, especially when it comes to silage contracts. Silage contracts pay out very well, and that's going to be a part of this map that's going to be missing. I do like how the fields are shaped. They have a very unique shape to them, and it's going to make hiring workers a little difficult, but it's going to make it also more interesting, a little bit more kind of strategic as you kind of go through. Other than that, it's just, I don't know, it's just something about this map that doesn't, like, I know it's based off a real place and whatnot, and I've never been, so I really can't speak to its authenticity, but it's just something about it just doesn't, I don't know, just doesn't necessarily feel right. Like it just feels incomplete almost. And I don't know why I think that. And it might not even be like a fair assessment. So I'm not like using that as part of like the grade against it. But it's just something about this feels, there's something that feels like it's missing. Maybe it's part of the forestry. Maybe it's part of not being able to have access to all the land. All that kind of kind of general vibe that's kind of lacking from this map. And again, it's supposed to be like a representation of this real life farm, kind of in the area that it resides in Hungary. But I don't know, just it seems like something's lacking, and kind of leads me to the grade that I'm going to give. So 0 to 5 scale, as always. What do I think of this map? I'd probably give it a 3, somewhere just right down the middle. There's nothing about it that I find like super disqualifying and makes me want to give it a low grade, and there's nothing about it that really wants me to give it a high grade and really kind of say, yeah, this is a great map, let's 5 out of 5, give it a download, give it a try. This is just gonna be one of those maps that if you know the map in real life, or you know the farm in real life, and you want to play it, that's great. It's almost like the Ballum Road dairy farming. You have access to the real life, or you not access to it, but you know of the farm in real life, and that you want to kind of do your own thing and simulate using that as your template. Well, this is going to be kind of the same thing, having the kind of real life kind of template here, and then you get to kind of do what you want with it. But I feel like you're really limited as to what you can do because you can't purchase so much of the area. There's so much of the area that's just not going to allow you to do anything with it. And it's, I don't know, that kind of saddens me because I feel like there's so much that could be done. Like you've got all this kind of forestry area out here. Even though this is a small map, you could potentially use this area for something, and you don't even have the option to do anything with it. And it's really kind of disheartening and saddens me. But at the end of the day, it's, yeah, 3 out of 5. Not too bad, not too great, somewhere in between. But That's how I feel about it. And I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.